Wednesday's dose of Beech Grove Student News. I'm Melissa Harrell.
And I'm Juliette Kaufman. Today we're taking a look at the Pep Rally, the Wednesday schedule, and as always, sports.
But first, here's Marcus with your weekly weather forecast.
Hello Beech Grove students, hope you are having a great Wednesday. We have had a decent week of weather and will continue to throughout the week. Today we are seeing a high of 80 and a low of 55. We drop down into the 70s tomorrow and will continue to lower throughout the week. Thursday we are looking at a high of 76 and a low of 56 with clear skies like we will see today. Coming into the end of the week, Friday we are looking at a high of 78 and a low of 60 with a partly cloudy overcast. There is just a 10% chance of rain Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, so we should not be seeing any rain during or after school. Saturday we can be expecting a high of 77 and a low of 58 and just a little bit of clouds. That is all for this week's weather. Back to the desk.
This past Friday, RTV6 covered our high school's pep rally for our first home game. Alexis Whiteman got more.
A pretty cool sunrise wasn't the only thing we saw at 6 a.m. last Friday. Beech Grove hosted another yearly pep rally to kick off the football season. News network RTV6 was there with us to record the school spirit coming from the cheerleaders, pep band, students, and teachers. I talked with Miss Bingman on how she thought the pep rally was going.
Really well. There are lots and lots of kids here. We just had our donut eating contest. Harley won for the third time in a row, so that's whatever. But they seem really excited to be here, and the news crew is complimenting us on how hyped they are and how excited everybody is. So I think we're doing really, really well so far.
I also asked student Jacob Stevens on how he thought the pep band was performing.
It's like good. Like some of us are tired, but we woke up 6 a.m. in the morning just to come out here.
I also asked him how he felt about waking up so early.
Out at 6 a.m. to play with my big drum. It's kind of tiring, but I like supporting the Beech Grove Hornets.
Closer to the end of the pep rally, we of course had our legendary donut eating competition. The winner was again senior Harley Taylor, and he was also interviewed by RTV6. We cannot wait to see more school spirit over the football season and even more sporting events to come. Make sure to pop up at the next pep rally to show your support. This has been Alexis Whiteman from Beech Grove Student News. Back to you guys at the desk.
As you all know, Wednesdays are our early release days. This can cause extra confusion for student athletes. Alexa got more on what student athletes may do between the end of the day and practice.
As many of you may know, Wednesday is our early release day. Student athletes may stay in the cafeteria until 3 for practice, or choose to leave and come back for practice. Students can also do homework or socialize in the cafeteria. I talked to volleyball player Alyssa Harrell about what she does on Wednesdays.
So on early release days, I usually go home after school because we get out at 2:15, and sometimes I go home with my friends or just myself, and I'll eat. And then we don't practice till 4, so I come back around like 3:45 through the athletic lobby, and I just hang out until practice.
I also talked to volleyball player Lainey Wilson about what she does after school on Wednesdays.
So on Wednesdays, I usually either leave and go out to eat or go to my house to grab things I need, or I go to the cafeteria and go to tutoring, or I just sit there and do my homework for a little bit. Either way, like, students need to find something that's productive to do instead of just sitting there causing problems.
Students are also not allowed to other parts of the school without supervision by a coach or teacher. If you do leave, drive safe, Hornets. This has been Alexa Peak with Bgsn. Back to you guys at the desk.
The band competition is this Saturday.
Jillian Curd got more.
After a great halftime performance at Friday night's football game, the Beech Grove Marching Hornets are getting ready for their first competition of the season. This Saturday, the band will perform their show from the outside in at Decatur Central High School. I spoke with band member Diana Tucker about what competition season really means for the Marchers.
So one of the really good things about contest season is, for one, it's everyone's favorite time of the year. It's you go to a different contest every week, and you get to talk to a lot of different people from a lot of different schools. You just get to spend time with the people in the band that you may have not been able to talk to before, and you get to connect with those people that you may have not really connected with before.
I also asked Diana about the pressures of the season.
One of the biggest pressures of contest season is it's a lot of you have to learn how to manage your time well, because you're at band 3 and 4 days a week, adding up to 20 plus hours every single week. So it kind of takes a lot of time away from you, and you're aware of it when you join band, but it's it's a lot at sometimes, and you just kind of have to think about the whole end goal of being able to perform and everything, because it can be a lot.
Lastly, I asked Diana where we can support their show.
So we're performing this Saturday at 7:45 at Decatur Central High School. So
This has been Jillian Kurd for Bgsn.
Now let's toss it over to Josh for your daily dose of sports.
Good morning, Hornets, and welcome back to your daily dose of sports. The Hornets football team won last Friday 28-13 against the Cascade Cadets. Teron Washington led the team with 24 carries for 157 yards. The next football game will be at home against the Speedway Sparkplugs. The Lady Varsity Hornets went 2-2 on the day, making their overall record 6-5 at the Cowan Invitational. Boys soccer had a game yesterday against Morristown. They won 4-2. Their next game will be Thursday at home against the Lutheran Saints. It will start at 5:30. Also, girls soccer has a game yesterday against the Lutheran Saints. They won 3-1. Their next game will be away. They will face the Whiteland Warriors. The game will start at 5:30. In NFL news, the Dallas Cowboys and Ezekiel Elliott have come to terms on a 6-year, $90 million contract extension, a source told ESPN on Wednesday. The deal had a $50 million guarantee, a source told ESPN's Ed Warner, surpassing Todd Gurley $45 million at most for the most NFL running back. Elliott was under contract throughout 2020 and was set to make $3.8 million in 2019 and $9 million on the 5th-year option in 2020, making his total compensation throughout 2026 more than $100 million, which made him the highest paid running back in the NFL. So yes, Zeke is the best running back in the NFL. Over the past week, the Royals have been going through some changes, and here is Talia with more info. MLB teams is changing up their management.
Good morning, Hornets. I'm Talia Penner with Beach Grove Student News, and today I'm here to talk with you about MLB's owner, David Glass. And today we're going to talk about how he agreed to sell Kansas City Royals to a local businessman for $1 billion. Over this past Labor Day weekend, Kansas City businessman John Sherman has finalized his agreement with David Glass to purchase the Royals for $1 billion. This is expected to be officialized in November of this year. With these decisions being made, Sherman will be introduced as the third owner of the Royals franchise since 1969. The decision was hard to make for Glass. In his statement that he said, "The decision to sell the Royals was difficult for our family. Our goal, which I firmly believe we achieved, was to have someone local who truly loved the game of baseball and who would be a great steward for this franchise going forward." David Glass, being 83 and undergoing some health problems, felt like it was the right decision for him to go ahead and sell the team. Sherman was a minority owner of the Cleveland Indians and had a strong reputation to fellow owners and was strongly recommended for this position as the owner of the Royals. Sherman was a longtime season ticket holder for the Royals, and he was very invested and had a strong reputation among fellow owners. David Glass felt that he could trust John Sherman, and now they have finalized their decision over this past weekend, and now the Royals have their new owner, John Sherman. In other Royals news, they have won their past two games, which were August 31st and September 2nd. For the first game, the Royals won 6-4, and the second game, they won 7-5. That is all for your Royals news today. I'm Talia Penner with Beach Grove Student News. Back to you guys at the desk.
That's all for your daily dose of sports. Back to you ladies at the desk.
Thanks, Josh. That's all for today's Daily Dose of BGSN 10.
Teachers, don't forget to hit that bell icon and subscribe button to get notified every time we go live.
Also, don't forget to follow us on all social media at BG Student News. I'm Juliet Kaufman.
And I'm Melissa Harrell. Have a terrific Wednesday, Hornets.